or that, like, realistically means that you didn't hurt anybody. But either way, that still implies that you could just call it the pacifist and soulless pacifist if that's what it was. But because you're calling it the true pacifist ending, that's telling us that this is the true ending. Like, you get what I mean when I'm saying that? Like, the game just straight up tells you that that's the real ending.
Canon ending. But what I was going to say is, if they do make an Undertale sequel, because, and as someone who has played Undertale to completion, there's nothing more to go there. So if there is a sequel, one of two things is going to happen. One, they're going to continue from the end of the first Undertale and potentially ruin the story, which Zaffy you don't like to begin with, but for people who do like it, it's just going to decrease in value. The alternative is it pulls a Final Fantasy, and where, while it's part of the franchise, it is a completely different setting with completely different characters.
Right, so it's an alt-universe story.
Yeah. Welcome back to There's a Night Play Pokemon Wave Green.
We're not been recorded? What the fuck? Was that not recording?
No, that entire thing was recorded. I actually just cut the last episode in the middle of Zaffy's rant. And then started the next
that. Fucking thanks for that, you
asshole.
Holy shit. No, I'm legitimately mad at that.
You should have left that in, you dick.
No, it's in. The whole thing's in.
So that's going to be still in the episode?
Oh, yeah, that's in there.
Okay.
Is any part of it not in the episode?
No, the whole thing's in there. It's just split between 2 episodes.
So we're just continuing into the 3rd episode.
Wow, you know, I'm still mad at that. What the fuck?
I think it's gonna be fucking hilarious.
Whatever.
So
no, it would have been even better if it were like Friday into Monday, like we end on that note on Friday, and then a Monday episode. Just he kept going the whole weekend, guys.
Oh, I don't know who I healed.
Anyways, I'm Zaffy the Angry.
I'm Mr. Harkin, the asshole.
Goddamn right you are.
I'm Cypher, the one who's in desperate need of a shower.
Whew.
Oh, that's right. I should probably shower today. That's the one bad thing about summer. It's just...
You stink?
Sweat.
Yeah, the sweat.
Sweat. Yep.
I am a fat man, gentlemen and ladies in the audience and everything in between. I can sweat through
that's right.
shirts on a bad day.
Yep. I know that feeling. But anyways, okay, so where was I before I was rudely interrupted?
I mean, we were at 16 minutes, to be fair.
Fine. You should have said something.
I know, but it would have been...
Anyways.
It was so much funnier.
Anyways, yeah, no, we were saying... Okay, so that's the only canon end. Pacifist ending has to be the only canon ending. I did go into more detail about it, because a little while ago I did finally play Undertale on my channel. I finally gave in because...
Forced to against his will.
Yeah, because I basically, for my streams, I actually set up a game request thing, like what you had.
Yeah.
And Mike, as soon as I put it up, he was like, kind of like, yeah, because he was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna make you suffer.
Have you done Sans Fight?
No, because here's my stipulation. You can request whatever game you want from me. However, I do not have to play it the way you want me to play it. And I don't have to say nice things about it.
I think you should do the Sans Fight because it's a challenge.
But it's like, and I'm not doing Undertale again. I did Undertale. I did my time.
You don't have to do through the whole
thing.
He
did his time. He's not going back.
No, I'm just
send them back, Arca.
I'm just saying you don't have to go through the whole thing. There are saves files, but I think you should experience the Sans Fight because.
And I have fought Sans in the simulator.
For me personally,
I've done the Sans simulator before, but yeah,
the Sans.
It's
simulator.
because even if I was completely separated from the canon, right? If I didn't play the game at all, the Sans Fight would be one of those things where I need to beat it because it's hard.
I suppose.
Like, it's not like it's one of those things where it's infuriatingly hard, but you get invested into it, and it's like. Frustration. Exactly. It's frustrating. And when you win, it's so good.
Yeah.
And then you beat it, like, right off the bat the next time.
Yeah, but yeah. No, so I went into grievous detail. Grisly detail, rather.
Candy. Woo!
on
General
my...
Grievous.
Hey, okay, so that rare candy, I was gonna say, we might want to use on Eevee.
Yeah?
Just so that way we can get Eevee closer to 30 as quickly as possible.
Gotcha.
Because Muffin's gonna get a lot of experience just from the training, that's fine. Eevee is not gonna be switch trained quite as much, because Eevee is kind of frail.
I would use it I'm gonna save it till 29.
Yep, that's fine. But anyways, yeah, I went a lot of detail in my stream of it. We spent about like 4 hours going through it.
Yeah.
Through all of it. And me shitting on it like literally the entire goddamn time.
He took literal shits, people.
Like, holy fuck, I was salty as hell going through that shit. It made for an entertaining stream.
There's a point where you can't appreciate something because of your own headset.
No, I can appreciate what it was trying to do. It just tried to do it poorly. Or it just did it poorly, rather.
I don't know. Well, because before you played it, you already had a distaste for it.
I didn't.
Are you sure?
That was not my first time playing it.
That's just the last time he's playing it.
Yeah, that's just the final time I'm playing it. I played it close to release, and when I first played it, I thought, okay, you know what, it's all right. It's not offensive, like, it's not offensively bad or anything. But then I just kind of left it alone.
Did you not like it because it was too satirical and it's not like a cohesive story sort of thing, or did you not like it?
No, it's a cohesive story.
So, out of curiosity, being civil here, what didn't you like about it? Like, I'm genuinely curious.
Okay. So...
Okay. All right. Well, keep it to a minimum. I don't need to cut. I don't want to cut you off in the middle of another rant.
Before Zaffy gets his breath, popping the fingers, cracking the neck.
Yep.
Top 3.
Yeah. Okay. So top 3 reasons.
Yes. Give him top 5.
I don't like it.
No, I'll give him top 3.
No, I can. Well, no, I can. I think I can condense it to 3.
All right.
So one of the reasons, and these are not necessarily going to be in any specific order.
Yeah, that's
These are just going to be like 3 of the reasons. Period. One of the reasons I really don't like Undertale is the game calls itself an RPG. It says, "Oh, this is the RPG where nobody has to die," kind of thing, and basically the game, any role-playing you try to do, the game, unless it's following the path of true pacifist ending, the game actively fucking either mocks you, insults you, or basically just calls you a fucking shitheel for trying to roleplay. Like, the entirety of the fucking...
What do you mean by the
entirety of the
roleplay? Like, pick how you want to act?
Yes, to make any choices or decisions. Like, there is no... and the biggest offense of this is genocide. If you want to do the genocide run, the genocide playthrough is the most boring fucking drivel in existence. It is not, like, it is not incredibly boring to grind, but the payoff is Sans and Undying the Undying.
Okay.
That is not enough of a payoff for all of the grinding you have to do.
Because in a rebuttal, the reason why it does that is its purpose is to deter
make you feel
from
bad.
doing genocide.
But that's the thing. If it's a role-playing game, why am I not allowed to play a role? Why am I not allowed to make that decision?
I agree. It shouldn't be classified as a role-playing game because it's not a role-playing game.
Right, of course.
It's a story. Yep. Like, it's a story game.
It's a story. Yeah, it's a story-driven game.
Puzzle platforming elements.
Well, not even platform. I feel like that game. I feel like that would be completely removed if there was no alternate routes. If there was no alternate routes, and it was basically just a visual novel, then I would be okay with it.
It wouldn't really be a... Would it?
Yeah, it's basically a visual novel. If you take out the RPG elements, this game's a fucking visual novel. Just straight up. If you take out the fucking combat system, it's a visual novel.
Yeah, if you take out the combat system, well, yeah.
It's like...
It's like Danganronpa, visual novel with gameplay elements.
Yeah.
Right, so it's like what you've got for this game...
Well, Danganronpa isn't an RPG, is it?
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's got RPG elements in the sense of,
and it has dating sim elements, too.
Like, you can... Oh, yeah, and so it's a combination RPG, visual novel, dating sim, and shoot 'em up.
We're on Wednesday, right?
Yes, we're on Wednesday at this point.
Or Thursday.
think
No, we're on Wednesday. This is episode 3.
Well, it's hard to tell with the delayed opening.
No, we're fine. It's still episode 3.
Oh,
So
no,
yeah, it's a
I know.
combination of 4.
It's
a
Revenge of
combination
the
of
Sith?
at least. There's a combination of at least 4 genres that are trying to mingle together, and it does not work. If he wanted to make an art, like, the thing is, it feels like, and like another thing that he does is
so
like
in this particular
the game
aspect,
actually. The game calls you a shitheel for, you want to kill these, these characters, like these lovable characters. Fuck you! I'm gonna just fucking call you an asshole the entire time, and I'm gonna make you sit there and forcibly grind. Because that's another thing.
So
the game punishes you for wanting to play genocide.
yes,
When that does not make for a good game.
but that's
the
the
game
whole
should not be punishing you for trying to roleplay.
Oh, there's no
The game, yep. The game should be trying to the game should punish you in the story, yes, but it should not be punishing you with its game mechanics for wanting to roleplay in what they call a role-playing game.
But it is, well, that's the thing, is you're saying it shouldn't punish you, but
I'm
if the
I'm
game,
saying it shouldn't punish you with its mechanics. The fact that you have to and here's what I'm
mechanics
saying
just
by
get more
like how
difficult. It's not like
No. Like what I'm talking about by punishing you with the mechanics, the fact that if you want to stay on your genocide route, you have to kill a certain number of enemies. In each
you have to murder
specific
everyone.
area. Now, I haven't a separate issue with that, but in terms of punishing you, like that's fucking ridiculous. Grinding should not be.
Well, I mean,
like,
it's an art. Well, I mean, if you want to say it that way, have you ever played an RPG where you didn't have to grind?
Actually, yes, but here's the thing: grinding should be is an optional thing. Grinding is something that should be okay.
Dragon Quest 2 would like to have a conversation with you, and Skyrim, and Witcher, and Final Fantasy, and Planet.
Grinding should be something that it's like, okay, I'm going to grind in order to gain additional resources. Whether that resource be experience, money, or item drops.
All of the above,
or all of the above.
Because you had to grind in order to get XP to get more damage, to get gold, to get more. I'm confused here.
No, okay, so no, they don't drop items.
That's true. They drop experience and gold.
And that gold is literally useless in genocide. Because all the shopkeepers run away and you just get all your shit for free. So money is worthless. They don't drop items. And then the experience, here's where
it starts getting weird.
No. Let me finish. Here's where the game stops being grinding at that point. I am arguing now that what you're doing in that game is not grinding. Because not only do you have to grind, you have to kill a certain number of people to progress, you are only allowed to kill a certain number of people. The game caps your level at certain points. Like Undyne, you cannot be higher than level 10 before you fight Undyne. You cannot be higher than level 19 when you fight Sans, which means your stats, your level, all that shit is capped. And you are following the railroad. You are not grinding for resources at that point. You are literally just following the railroad.
So
that the game is putting you
if the label
on.
of RPG was taken off, this argument would be completely out of the window.
No, because
but that's your problem with it. You say it's
right.
It was labeled as an RPG game, but no RPG elements.
Yeah.
So if it wasn't an RPG,
or at least it wouldn't be completely gone. Like if it was not labeled as an RPG. Like if it was not labeled as an RPG, its game mechanics would have to change. Like fundamentally, its game mechanics would have to change. Because it is trying to be a role-playing game, but it is actively taking the role-playing away from you.
Well, what if it was genreless?
No, it has to have a genre. There has to be something.
But you could do a user-defined genres, because genres are just categories. If you had a genreless game, you can't say, oh, it's not this, but no, it's not that, because it doesn't have a genre.
Right,
it's just a
right.
game.
But then you can say it's a combination of other genres at that point to fit it into other categories. So at that particular point, so it's like to resolve my issue with that, with the whole take away the role playing, it would essentially have to be there would have to essentially be really no gameplay elements. It would strictly have to be
So
a visual
instead of
novel at that
taking,
point.
so you want to take away the label RPG and the elements that would have made it RPG.
An RPG.
But at
Yes.
that point,
Because
but you're
as
saying
those
it's
me-
not an RPG. The elements aren't RPG-esque. So it
No,
doesn't
I'm saying
deserve
the elements.
title.
No, I'm saying the elements are RPG-esque in the sense of you do fight. You fight your enemies. You have your menus.
Yeah.
It's the only thing that the game does is, technically speaking, sure, you have an option of whether or not you want to go for one ending or another. But the problem is that the game essentially railroads you.
I think, and the
with
other
that.
thing, the definition.
It completely railroads you, and it basically, and again, it uses the game mechanics to punish you for choosing anything other than the precious, true pacifist ending, where all of his precious characters are still alive.
Well, yeah, because I think that I personally find that. There we go. I find that point rather interesting, because the creator of the game is specifically. I fought this guy before. Not the guy.
I don't know.
The game mechanics are specifically trying to deter you from doing that.
Doing it.
Yes.
Right. It's trying to deter you from doing it. But then why even give us the option in the first place if you're just going to try and deter us from doing it?
Because it doesn't
Why
want,
give
it
us
doesn't
that
want to,
choice?
It doesn't want to, as you say, it doesn't want to railroad you into something.
But that's it wrong though. It does want to railroad you. By the fact that it's trying to deter you,
but it gives you the option to not to. Like, if
No,
you want to
that's
kill
like-
everything, you
that's-
still have the option to.
you have the option to, but it's still trying to deter you. It's still trying to railroad you.
Yeah, it
back.
shouldn't be easy.
No, I'm not saying it should be easy. I'm saying that as a game, the game should never make you the game should never use its mechanics to punish you for making a choice.
But the punishment is it makes it harder.
No, grinding is not hard. Sorry. And I'm not talking about the fight, fight against Undyne or Sans. Those two are fine.
You're just complaining
But
about the fact that you have to kill everyone in order to make it a genocide route.
Right. The fact that you don't have an option, it's like, okay, I want to kill people. Or it's like, okay, I feel like I'm done grinding right now. I want to progress. Or, oh, fuck, Undyne and Sans are kicking my ass. I want to grind more, so that way I gain more experience, more level, better stats, to try and,
So, to make it
this
easy.
target. Yeah, you should be able to grind to make it easier on yourself.
But
Because
that's
that's what
the thing where
grinding
that's
is.
the thing where you get into the game mechanics where he didn't like. You start
But
getting
the
to the
game-
point where it wouldn't be, in a game design standpoint, it wouldn't be what it should be. You know what I mean? If you
Right,
just throw
and
out a
that's-
boss
and-
that's meant
right.
to be really difficult,
Yep.
and then you give people
And-
the option to overlevel like
Right.
Pokemon.
Right, and therein lies the problem. The problem is at its core. It's not something. It's basically something that I have. Like, the problem I have with it is basically something that, for it to be fixed in my eyes, the entire game would have to be rethought, or at least rebuilt from scratch.
So you
Like,
want it
it's-
to more
for
or
me,
less
it's a
conform
fundamental-
you want it to conform to what current standards of a definition of genre would end up being.
No, it's not that. It's like, if it wants us to. If it wants
Oh, we're
to,
at 18
like,
minutes, by the way.
Oh, sorry. we'll keep going with this argument next time on Nerd
Welcome to Undertale Week.
Nuzlocke.
Maybe,
Welcome to
maybe for
Undertale
the sake of our viewers, we should stop with Undertale.
No!
But I'm
He's
not
finished
done.
yet.
I was gonna say, well, no, it's like I'm like, not only is it like I'm not done, but it's like at this point, like I'm kind of like in the middle of the argument.
Okay,
We
how
do
about we
not
say this? You
stop
don't like the
mid-rampage,
game because it's
Darka.
you don't like
We
the game
do
because
not-
it's different and it's not what you expected. I like the game because it's different and not what I expected.
Arca, we
that's
do not
right,
stop
though.
mid-rampage, and you're
Let's say that's
you're
that
not
is
listening.
incorrect, and that is putting words into my fucking mouth.
But it's not. It's
Start
not what you
with
expected. If you
Darka.
say it was an RPG game but didn't have RPG elements, you were expecting it to be an RPG game that
No,
didn't have RPG.
no, because what you're saying there implies I did not
Gentlemen,
like it
Nerds
from
at
the
Night will
onset.
be ending this week.
Because saying that implies I did not like it from the onset. I thought it was okay when I
Hang on,
first got it, but fine.
I need to end the
Next
episode.
episode.